Yeah, perfectly fine. Why is this doing this now? There. Yep, packing up because I'm being evicted in like 9 days. See. Okay, well, let me make a comment now. That's nice. Close, highlight, video retouch, create highlight. Yep, it's not, let me make a comment. I was gonna say, my Holy Venom store is Holy Venom. Hold on, business card. I'm smart, I promise. Yeah. The Holy Venom store is holyvenom-venom-youtube.printify.me. And it's not letting me comment it down in the comments, so yeah. Fun. I think it'll be this the second time I smoke a bowl on the channel. To be very honest. Maybe third or fourth time I actually openly smoke a bowl on this channel. That's good for later. Yo, what's up, Simple Peeps Official? What up, peeps? It's not letting me comment back, or I have the pinned comment of the Holy Venom store. Hey cat, how you doing, sis? That is this. Let's see what it is. Instead is my address change, which I do not need anymore. But I'm pretty sure almost every video so far I have uploaded within like the past 3 months has the link for the Holy Venom store. Or I can go downstairs. Here, I'll do this real quick. I'll be right back. Life hacks. Ha! There we go. I got it. Alright. Any paper catcher's CEO has refused to help us numerous of times. They said that Skylar makes too much when she doesn't even make $26,000 a year. So CEO is a joke. They are fraudulent people. They denied us. Cat. That's good, you're okay. I'm in PA. There's gotta be some kind of age you can be eligible for. In Luzerne County, Pennsylvania, if you're white, you don't get shit. Us white people here in PA are the minority now. Yeah, we got denied when a family of 7, no job, no nothing, got accepted with extra money like that. Yeah. What's up, NEPA? Predator catcher. What up, brother? But yes, I did some life hacks. There's the pinned comment from the Holy Venom store. All prices have been slashed. They are at the lowest of the low as they can be. Go check it out. It's hot out, man. Like, it is cooler outside than it is in this house. That's sad. However, CYS, our new CYS workers, have filled out an application and form for me for CBI. It's for emergency housing and whatnot, so we're still working on the information for that being filed. We're waiting on our CYS caseworkers to let us know what the progress is with that. hopefully that will be in place before the 15th, where I'm going to be evicted, and I won't have any more of my stuff. And yeah, awesome stuff, man, awesome stuff. All because of the fact that the prior CYS worker that we had, ironically, her name was Skylar too, but the CYS worker, Skylar, blackmailed my wife into not paying our rent while I was in jail from January 30th to April 1st this past time. Blackmailed her into not paying the rent for our apartment by threatening to take our son from us by using child neglect on her. Yeah. That's awesome. So that's why we're getting evicted. Because my wife was threatened with child neglect and child abuse and having our son taken away if she paid rent for our apartment while I was in jail. Yeah. Oh, it's my pills and stuff. Okay. Gotta love Luzerne County. And then my own probation officer is blackmailing me with jail, making me go to in-person therapy sessions when the court and the judge himself was okay with the telehealth video call visits, but my probation officer is switching everything up and blackmailing me, telling me if I don't do what he says, he'd put me in jail for no reason, pretty much. And now I have to deal with Gregson shit. Resuming once again with Mike Gregson at Broadband Studios. I gotta deal with his shit now again. He resumes his shit. Yeah, yeah. On top of that, 1 week before I got out of jail, I got out April 1st, literally 1 week to the day prior, my house got robbed. And shit. My dresser got fucking smashed. If y'all want to see. This house was infested with cockroaches before we got in here. It was infested with black mold before we got in here. And the landlord didn't want to do his job by hiring a professional to fix these things, blamed us for the cockroach infestation, and sends his brother to fix things, quote unquote. When his brother comes here, when he's here, all his brother does is scratch his ass, shrug his shoulders, says I don't know, and leaves. We've had an electrical problem since day one. We've had black mold in the bathroom since day one. Wood and the walls rotting. Landlord doesn't want to be a landlord. But it's my fault. He says I'm the problem. No, you're the problem. You want to be a negligent landlord and force someone to live below human standards. Let me just be honest with you guys. For the past 3 years, I've been living and wearing dirty clothes every day nonstop for the past 2 years because I'm denied a washer and dryer because my landlord doesn't want to deal with it or have it installed because he can't afford it, quote unquote. So yeah, there's the truth. Parts of the truth that I have not been talking about because I'm self-conscious about it. I've been living in filth for the past 3 years, being forced to live in filth. That's why I try to make something of myself, get monetized, and start this online store so that I can provide for my family and not have my son live in filth. I want to make sure my son never struggles a single day in his life like I struggled. It's all for my son, so he never knows what it's like to struggle. That's all. This is all this is for. But you got people like Gregson and Taverio and shit. Fucking won't leave the fuck alone. This was supposed to be a pop leaf. You got the 3D pen back in 2021. Kind of fell apart a little bit. Yeah, there's more bits and pieces. I don't know where my 3D pen is at. I haven't used it in years. Let's see here. Oh. Money order stuff. Money order receipts. That's important content, I think. I don't know Jack about taxes because my parents set me up to fail in life. can't get food stamps because SS fucking welfare says I'm not applicable for food stamps. So I gotta use my SSI money to freaking purchase my own food. And when SSI guys, I only get $9.50 a month. That ain't shit to live off of from SSI. And they refuse to increase my amount. All they keep doing is decreasing my amount. $9.50 a month ain't shit to live off of, y'all. Ain't shit. I can't afford to live, let alone save money so I can get better things and have a better house. That ain't shit, bro. I'm not trying to sound like a sob story and a fucking handout. It's the truth. I'm struggling, and I'm trying to do everything in my power to not struggle. And at least I'm not some bum who's on their ass, not wanting to make something of themselves. Let's be real. But I know a lot of people who are bums who have the potential to make something of themselves, but chooses not to. I'm not one of those people. I'm not going to stop until I make it somewhere, whatever it takes. To an extent. Earbud, headphone stuff. Don't have an actual case for them. I'm at the point where I don't know what to do anymore. Nothing's working. Like, no one's buying anything off my store, even after the fact that I slashed all the prices to where I made the prices to where I'm only the only profit I make is like $1 to $3 of lucky. If I make it I'm trying to do this stuff for y'all, and for those who would opportunity or possibly go to the store, my online store, and see like, oh, these prices aren't bad. Okay, I'm making $2 to $3 of lucky off each purchase because of the manufacturing costs. Hey Ed, have you seen the burial or heard from him? No, I have not. I pray and hope that I don't too. I hope and pray I never see that motherfucker another day in my life. Him and Gregson ruined my life. On top of my parents ruining my life. Because of Tiberio and Gregson, I can't apply for an apartment in my own name because of my freaking record, because of them, what they did to me. My life's fucked. Because of them. Because all they're going to see is my freaking record. And no one's going to accept me with my damn record because of them. Kobe. Birthday card from my father. When he and my mother are in cahoots with CYS, and they're the ones who called CYS on me and my wife because I don't want my mom around my son because of the abuse she put me through and the assault she put me through as a kid. Yeah, my parents can go fuck themselves. My own stepfather admitted to me that my own mother and father, biological mother and father, are the ones who called CYS on me and my wife. And then, my aunt was used by my mother as a plain devil advocate to set me up. And that's why I got put in jail on January 30th. My Aunt Emma played devil's advocate and told me that, oh, you can vent to me about everything that's going on with your mom and all this CYS crap. Used all of that. My mom waited until right before my son's first birthday, February 3rd, used the information I vented to my aunt with to violate me on the PFA she had on me to get me locked up for my son's birthday, so I couldn't see my son for his first birthday. Let me see the comments. Alright. What happened with your case with him? The cops didn't do anything. There was never a case. The cops haven't done anything about it, and they still refuse to do anything about it. Because the cops here are fucking crooked scumbags. Fucking corrupt ass motherfuckers. I want to do their fucking job. But when it comes to me, and the cops can call on me, I'm instantly arrested. But when I call the cops for help, I don't get fucking help. All I get told is, oh, deal with it. Not our fucking problem. Oh well. Since 2022 with these two motherfuckers, Gregson and Tiberio. The reality situation is, I don't give up without a fight, and I'm not giving up. I'm going to keep at it until, not even until, I'm going to keep going at it after I get financially stable with my online store and this channel being monetized. I'm not going to stop. This is what I want to do for my whole life, aside from, like, you know, being an actor or being a visual effects person for movies and video game developer, stuff like that. Content creation, content entrepreneurship, and being an entrepreneur is what I want to do. Yo, over to the pineapple. This thing's seen a lot of times, a lot of days. Wow. These used to be neon green at one point, believe it or not. Used to be straight up neon green. Like greener than this. Shit, that's important. I don't know why I just fold up and. Anywho. But yeah, I'm desperate. I need people to start buying stuff off my shop, and then, you know, honestly being a walking billboard. I'm the only one who's doing it. I've been my own walking billboard since I had the shop opened up 9 months ago. Jokes on jokes. And it's like, it makes me feel I'm not good enough to be stable financially or stable in general, and it's kind of nerve-wracking. So if you really want me to be honest, it is very nerve-wracking. probably gonna pack a bowl here in a minute or two. Yeah, damn indeed. So I can't, my life just won't go right. Finally, knock on wood, things are actually starting to go right. Because September 8th is possibly the last CYS court hearing we have to go to, and has a high, strong chance of possibility of closing this case once and for all, finally. Now, when I was in jail this recent time, I had a dream that, well, let me just think heavy. I had a dream that I was what should we call it? Like a warrior of some sort in the Middle East, right? And I got pierced into the heart from behind, like an arrow hit me from behind and went through my heart. And at that moment, I got up to heaven through a cross with the stained glass in the shape of a cross. And then Jesus was there after I went through the cross with the stained glass, and I was in heaven. And he said, 2 months of separation is over. It is fulfilled. It is done. It is finished. Prepare for 9 months of war. Now the 2 months is me being in jail for 2 months, separated from my wife. 9 months of war. During that moment, that day, it was, let's say it was in May. No, I'm sorry, not May. April. Like maybe right before. Yeah, it was May. Maybe the second last week of May, I had that dream. And count 9 months of war. May, June. I'm sorry, April. Yeah, no. May, April, June. Oh, I am getting confused. The fuck? January, February, March, April, May. Okay. So I had that dream in the second to last week of March. Because I got out April 1st. I went in January 30th. So April, May, June, July, August, September, October. The math ain't math with me right now for some reason. March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. So this 9 months of war that Jesus told me in my dream could be this thing with Gregson resuming till it's finally over and done with for once and for all in December. But who knows? Because the cops ain't doing anything about it. YouTube security themselves ain't doing shit about it. I keep reporting the damn shit and nothing's happening. So YouTube clearly doesn't give a fuck about cyberbullying and stalking at this point. The cops don't give a fuck either. Motherfucker's all in Arizona because only reason why he's in Arizona is because when him and Tiberio sent me up to get 302, then to get locked up back in 2022, he left Arizona because he was afraid of me, because he knew when I got out I was going after him. That's why he left. He may, say all this because how Tiberio was treating him and stuff. No, it's because he knew I was getting out and I was going to go after him when I got out. That's why he left. He also has a warrant here in Pennsylvania as well as Utah, and he's thinking about coming back to Pennsylvania and has a new quote-unquote birdie telling information about me, but he won't tell who it is. Dude is really obsessed with me. Won't leave me the hell alone. I don't know what that was, but something just fell and got knocked over, and it was over there. I was nowhere near there yet. Not to mention that this house is like demonically possessed because the fucking scumbag who tried to steal my wife from me drew a fucking portal on my kitchen wall with rune symbols. And now since then, shit has been disappearing on its own, and shit has been moving on its own, and whatnot, and people have been witnessing it, and go back and say I'm crazy, when they themselves are witnessing it. But how is y'all's life going? Hopefully better than mine. I mean that with all sincerity and genuineness. I know that sounded pretty sarcastic, but I mean that with all my heart. I hope y'all's life is going better than mine. I wouldn't want anyone going through what I'm going through. Shades over here. Check the comments. We're halfway done with this journal. Yep, probably put these here. No, small. Also, if people were buying stuff off my store, I wouldn't be on the verge of, I wouldn't be getting evicted. I'd be able to have something to support my life and my son and help pay for rent aside from SSI screwing me over. $9.50 a month ain't shit to live off of. When SSI refuses to raise my amount, they keep deducting and decreasing my monthly amount. I'm not trying to live off of SSI for the rest of my life, man. I actually want to have my own name, my own products and whatnot. You know? I think it's time for a little bit of smoke break. Excuse me. Let me ask you a question. Let me think of it first again now, because I had a question to ask you, but it just completely went away. Crap, I can't remember. If you were in my situation, what would you do personally? Mind you, after trying everything that everyone has suggested you to do, it doesn't work, and you're in my situation, what would you do if you were me? You know, the online store is not working, your enemies are making sure your YouTube channel is getting sabotaged, your family pretty much betrayed you and just ruined your life and stuff like that. Like, what would you do in my position after knowing the fact that the cops and the authorities won't do anything? I'm honestly curious as to what y'all would do if you were in my situation. Maybe I can learn from it. Maybe I can use it as advice. Maybe it's gonna be your answer's gonna be something I never thought of yet before. Who knows? But best news so far. What's up, Street Combat? Never give up. Obviously, I'm never going to give up, even though I say I'm going to a lot. That's my depression talking. But like different ideas, and different like things that maybe I don't know that y'all have seen work for you or someone else that you know or whatnot. And not much Street Combat. I'm about to smoke a little bit of a bowl before I resume packing stuff up. Take a little smoke break. Yo, also, shout out to Civil Peeps Official, y'all. If you do not know who Civil Peeps Official is, yeah, bro, I'm not going to shelters. I will not go to the shelter. I have to. No, that's not an option. Shelter's not an option because here in PA, your shit gets taken when you're asleep in shelters. So when anyone takes my medicine, I'm going to jail for assault. So shelters is completely out of the question. So I'm waiting to hear from my CYS workers to tell me the progress of this CBI application form that they've. I can't afford a hotel right now, bro. Or I would. $950 a month ain't shit to live off of. And plus, SSI screwed me over by giving me my June monthly deposit in May. I got nothing to. I just spent the last $60 I had to my name on food that's probably not gonna last a week in this house, and I get evicted in 9 days. I don't work, hence why I'm on SSI. I'm not trying to be on SSI the rest of my life. I'm trying to make a name for myself, be my own entrepreneur, my own boss, and be an entrepreneur, hence why I have the online store with merchandise. But that's not working either. Even after slashing the prices to the bare minimum, to where I'm only making $3 max on all the products, between $1 to $3 max on every single product, because of the manufacturers take a percentage for the manufacturing fees. You know? Not only that, my watching hours keep getting sabotaged by Gregson and his goons, and everyone else that jumps on the bandwagon that him and Tiberio started about me being a pedophile when I'm not, back in 2022. So there's that. However, I've been starting to do some Dead by Daylight content, and that's been doing pretty alright. It's been doing pretty okay. I just don't know how else to get people to purchase the merchandise. I don't have the funds to get the correct and applicable software and hardware to make an actual decent working commercial instead of the shoddy one I made up that's been on the channel since I made it. Honestly, I'm not proud of it. I wanted to do so much more for the first channel, but I couldn't do that because I have to pay for sample products. They don't come in bulk either. The Holy Venom t-shirt that y'all see me wearing, that was $37. Just for a sample product. $37. And that's not counting shipping and handling either. Like, I got shower curtains, stuff for babies, like puzzles, golf balls, like I got a lot of cool stuff on there, man. No one really. Hey, Jeff A. I can't. I would love to, but I can't. Because there's so many stipulations nowadays to where I have no decoys, and if I try to make a fake account on a dating website, it's not going to let me do it unless there's fake facial recognition. I'll need an actual person to make an account to be decoyed, but yeah. And if I wasn't threatened by people to stop bringing pedophiles to Jesus Christ, I'd do that too. I'd resume doing it too. That just kills it for me, man. It really does. But not only that, what it takes out of you mentally to do that, I no longer have the mental capacity to do it. I don't. I'll be honest, I don't. That's probably the biggest reason why I don't go back to predator catching, because I don't have the mentality to stare them in the eye as they lie to me, saying, "Oh, it's not me. I didn't say that," when I really witnessed it. Most likely no. Unfortunately, because everything that's been going on, I'll never be in the mindset in order to do that again. I'm not mentally stable enough to be a predator catcher anymore. I barely was when I started. Let's be honest. Am I right or am I wrong? Still didn't help the fact that Tiberio and Grayson were starting their shit back during that time, though. But still, I give kudos to those who still continue to do it, like Rockstar Ruins Prince, Musa, and the predator catcher. I give kudos, but I don't have the mentality or the psychiatric stability to do that anymore. I can't. I will end up snapping and going to jail. I don't have it in me anymore to stay calm around them. I don't. And I believe it takes a real man to admit something like that. Rather just not admit something like that, keep held in, and then yeah, no, that's all I'm gonna say is I since day one, ever since I always try to stay humble, and if I screw up, yeah, I'm gonna get called out respectfully. However, it's what's my true intention. My intention is always to try to stay humble, no matter how many people screw with me and whatnot. You know. It was what it was for what it was during the time it was happening, but I don't think I can go back and do that anymore. Even after you know, Tiberio, Gregson, and then the cops. Yeah, the cops even. Yeah, don't even want to talk about that. The cops only recognize what I do for this damn community, but they recognize everybody else. Not to throw shade on everyone else, but like, bro, you throw me in jail and call me a schizophrenic piece of garbage when I'm like, you know who I am. I'm part of Predator Repentance Alliance. We spoke before on numerous occasions. Oh no, he's just a paranoid schizophrenic. Throw him away. Now it's during the Pierogi Festival crap. When they tried planting something on me, and Soul Chick said, "Oh, the only reason why we were arresting you was so that you were showing up our squad. I couldn't allow that. Nothing personal." That whole live is on the channel. Yeah, welcome to Luzerne County, PA, the most corrupt county in all 50 United States of America. Repeat that again. Luzerne County is the most corrupt county in all 50 states of the United States of America. Number one corrupt county in every single out of all states. I hate it here. I do. I'm trying to get the hell out of here for a minute now, but probation's keeping me here against my will and telling me that I can't switch my probation to a different state when I left. That's a lie. Them holding me here against my will is basically slavery. And financially, I can't even afford to save up money, let alone live. So there's that. If you're not born rich in this fucking shithole, you might as well die. That's pretty much how it is here in Pennsylvania. It's a Commonwealth for you. If you ain't rich, you might as well. I'm not saying to do so, but that's how bad it really is here. That's how bad it really is, with the corruption and the fact that minimum wage is still $7 fucking dollars, when everyone else is $15 and above. Probably to a tent in the woods. That's probably where I'm most likely moving to. That's the fucking truth. That's the brutal truth. Then this will be the 7th time I lost everything to my name, and I'm about to be homeless again in the streets, in the woods. Because of CYS. Because of my parents. Because we gotta wait until September 8th for the next CYS hearing for this to finally end. And I'm still waiting on this here from CYS, our new caseworkers from CYS, when it comes to the progress of the CBI form they put in for me, when it comes to emergency housing. Like, it's ready for reunification of the family, quote unquote. Reunifying of my wife, my son, and I in the same household, when we shouldn't have been separated to begin with. All because my mom wanted revenge, and she couldn't have her way. And she got salty because I don't want her around my son because of how she sexually assaulted me, verbally abused me, physically abused me, psychologically abused me, and mentally abused me. Now, if y'all are parents, would you allow someone like that around your child? Would you? Because I'm being gaslit to think I'm wrong for not allowing my mother, after what she did to me, around my son. Am I crazy for that? Because, like, bruh, the shit I went through, which I also have on the live on channel here, I'm done Keep My Mouth Shut parts 1 and 2, holding time, attachment disorder with another name, child abuse by another name. That's in the playlist that is titled "Blow These Videos Up to 10,000 Views." That and the Tiberio stuff and the Greg stuff's all in there. That playlist is what needs to be shared out of anything personally from me on this channel. That playlist, blow these videos up to 10K views. Those need to be more public than they have been. Mind you, those part 1 and 2 videos of I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. It is not safe for work, and it is not for those who are below the age of 18 years old. Your discretion is advised. Very, very graphic material in those two videos, and graphic emotions, and very violent and hyperactive emotions. A lot came out in those two lives. So just warning. Oh, yo, one thing I want to talk about. I didn't see the trailer for it yet. I only seen the images. I do want to say, I like the way it looks. The art style looks phenomenal. I just gotta say this one thing. Marvel screwed us on Marvel vs. Capcom 4 with this new Marvel 4v4 fighting game. Bruh, we've been waiting years for Marvel vs. Capcom 4. They did remaster the whole original Marvel vs. Capcom games. To Marvel Superheroes, X-Men vs. Street Fighter, X-Men Children of the Atom, and then added a Punisher scrolling game on top of that. We got screwed on Marvel vs. Capcom 4. Oh, don't worry if I sound weird, because there's literally a gumball-sized cyst on my gum and jaw right here. That's why my side of the face seems a little blown up, and that's why it may seem like I'm not pronouncing some words correctly. It's because of that. But straight up, we got screwed on Marvel vs. Capcom 4. But am I gonna look into it? And eventually when I could have the chance to play it, yeah, it looks cool from what I've seen, based off of the screenshots. I didn't see the full trailer yet. I was gonna do a reaction video to all the new games that just got announced, stuff like that for y'all, but it's not looking like it's gonna be able to happen anytime soon, if at all, for the oncoming future, because of the whole, being evicted and whatnot, not knowing where the hell I'm going. Excuse me. I'll be right back. I'm gonna stick those to like label boxes. I gotta find those pair of scissors. These are the greatest. Another box. out for other bucks. Not for another box. And my Yu-Gi-Oh cards were fucking fucked with. My obelisk got fucking stolen when my house got broken into a week before I got out of jail. Motherfucker stole my obelisk cards and shit. All my fucking Egyptian god cards. The kids that robbed my house a week before I got out of jail, they fucked with my Yu-Gi-Oh cards and stole my fucking Office Tormentor and all the Egyptian god cards. I'm just finding that it's out just now. Because I had the Obelisk starter deck when I started getting back into Yu-Gi-Oh cards on my Holy Venom action figures and collectibles channel. I got the Obelisk starter deck, or the the deck that it used for Obelisk, the building deck. Well, Obelisk is missing. He was missing, as well as the other different god cards that was given to me by my wife's best friend. So that's awesome. That's great. Alright, I found Slate for the Sky Dragon. But I know for a fact he wasn't in the loose suit like this. Yep, they fucking took my Obelisk and Ring Dragon Raw. Fucking. Never ends, man. Never ends. This isn't working as well as I thought it was going to. Yeah, that's not perfect there. Hey, great God, I'm packing up because I'm getting evicted in 9 days. And I might be homeless, so I'm gonna try this thing in the storage thing. See if me and my wife get myself a storage thing for our stuff. If not, everything's going in the garbage because, yeah. I don't think I have a big enough box down here to fit this thing. I'm gonna need a bigger box. How you doing, great God? I just haven't seen you in a while. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna shelter. That's all I know. Wait on CYS to give us an update on the CBI application for emergency housing. Aside from me not wanting to go to shelter because of my own reasons, I've been through the shelters before when I was homeless before here in PA, especially Lewisham County. And they literally make up a reason to throw you out. Like they literally cause you, they sabotage you and they, oh you did this and you didn't even do that, and you're like, oh you gotta get out. I'm like, you'd be like, oh yeah, I'm not even do it, and you're like, oh too bad, get out. It's that bad. The way the shelters are run here is crooked. I'm not sure if this form's gonna like be filled in time and I get approved in time before the 15th. I don't know. But I do know I gotta be up at 10 o'clock in the morning. Just in a couple hours now. Sometimes 2:36. I would have to get some sleep. I'll just try to. I haven't really been able to sleep much with all this all going on. But if you'd like to help support me and my family and help me become a provider for my family with being monetized and having some sort of better income other than SSI, which they only give you $9.50 a month, and that's not enough to live off of a month. Check out the Holy Venom store, which is in the pinned comment. All prices have been slashed. I would greatly appreciate it. A lot. But I think I'm gonna end the live now because I need some sleep. I gotta be up at 10 in the morning. Thank y'all for hanging out with me, Chit-Chat, and just hanging out with me in general, all going through this, all what's going on and stuff. I'll see y'all next live. Peace. God bless.